$2,500 plus a couple utilities. Fuck it, I pay it just to keep the tranquility. Fuck it, I love you, I do anything for you. Except settle down with you, I don't want nobody grilling me. Y'all boys lame, shit killing me. Need to be reintroduced to humility. I ain't looking for no hip-hop credibility. Give a fuck who feeling me, I'm feeling me. I'm really him, I'm really that remedy. Timothy, Chalamet, pretty girl salivate. On the low, off the grid, in the cut, out the way. My prime's in full swing like a Callaway. I need a dime, every dollar New Balance makes. Ain't about to let the world take my smile away. People that betray me don't even fucking know that I know. It's something that I just file away. Lost a few M's on the festival, okay, and I can't wait to do the second one. All these little high heels sitting in the vestibule. Woke up to a best friend sleeping on the sectional. Fans still say they miss Jack with the spectacles. Last project, I was giving you conceptual. Next project, I'll be giving you exceptional. Fuck everybody got me.
Alright, so I just had about like 2 hours of deep work, and I guess I just want to take this moment to talk about how I'm able to design products that sell well, and our 3 main strategies that has helped Blank grow pretty significantly over the past 2 to 3 years. So number 1 is identify the pain point of the user. Pretty self-explanatory, right? So you clearly define the problem that your product solves. So ways to do this is just audit your life. You know, I would personally keep a friction log of all the stuff that kind of brings me friction every single day. For example, the first thing that I wanted to kind of design when designing our office essentials was something on my desk that could hold my AirPods, SD cards, cables, Allen keys, things like that. So that was a friction that came across when I just had so much stuff as a creative when I had nowhere to put it, but I wanted to keep a minimal desktop. So that's how the cargo organizer came. It originally was supposed to be a planter, but the product idea and like the process was the same. Another problem I wanted to solve was just creating a valet tray for my desk, just something to catch everything, pens, pencils, have a candle, like a lighter, things like that. I just wanted something on my desk to just kind of catch everything. So that's basically it. You identify the pain point of the user, you clearly define how your product is going to solve that pain point for the user, and then you just basically solve it. Number 2 is a little bit more abstract. It's identify the potential problems of the end user. So these are problems that the user doesn't even know that they have. And this is a little bit more tricky because you really need to dive into the mind of your ideal customer. So things like behavioral patterns. What are they doing every single day? You know, what are they doing when they wake up, when they eat lunch, when they go to bed, or when, especially when they're doing their work. Depending on the business that you have, you want to identify the different patterns that could potentially allow you to find problems. Once you've identified a problem that they could potentially have, and I say potentially because A, you don't know for sure that they have this problem, and B, you don't know for sure that they'll even think it's a problem. When you're identifying a potential problem, you never know if it's going to work or not. We've had products that we've designed and manufactured that failed because we failed to kind of tease it and test it. This post-it note holder was one of the potential problems that I had. I didn't know that I wanted a post-it note holder until I designed this. And once we prototyped it and posted it, a lot of people were DMing me that said, wow, I didn't realize I needed this, or wow, like this is something I really need in my life. How we got to this point was basically I was just going through my everyday and I just figured out like I had so much post-it notes. And I wanted like a place to kind of organize them, or especially organize like the actual post-it note itself. So users don't really know what they want most of the time. And if you can show them why they need it and show them something that they do need, chances of them buying is extremely high. So this one, it's high risk, but if it hits, it really hits well. Number 3 is leverage market awareness. So other brands spend tons of money for market research, right? And if you're starting out as a small business, you obviously don't have that capital. And to be honest, like you don't need to do any market research because all these brands did it for you. So all you need to do is go find a product idea and make it better. What we did was we looked at all of these other designer brands and they've all had some variation of a coaster. And we were like, hey, we can make a coaster. How hard is it to make a coaster? It was pretty hard, but the point being, we basically just tackled this problem of people in our kind of customer base. They didn't have like a nice, sleek looking coaster to match everything else. And that plus every other brand was doing it, it made total sense for us to do it. We didn't even post or tease it. We just went straight into production for it. It's a bit of a risk, but it eventually paid off. This is pretty much our 3 different pillars of identifying like winning products, and so far it's generated us like really good returns, and it's the process that I still use. But there is that 4th process that I did recommend, and it's people just like cool shit. So the desktop folder is our best example. Some other examples are our Voronoi hanger, liquid metal. It's just at the end of the day, as consumers, like you just want something cool to buy, right? So a lot of people don't buy 100% for utility. It's utility plus it looks good. If they only want a utility, they just would go to Home Depot or like Amazon or something like that. But if they're one of your customers, they want utility plus aesthetics. And the ratio of that depends on the product itself. But I'll get into that on a different video.
I'm in my feelings. Fuck their logic. They can never tear us apart. We symbiotic. No matter what I tell the world, we always locked in. So I gently took my head, like my mama always said, and drink it slow, take it slow. I don't got the tolerance like before. You pick me up when I'm low. I'm not violent to my body anymore, but I'm not scared, fucking overdose. No one thought I'd make it past 24.
Alright, so I just got home. Didn't get a chance to go to the library because they were so busy. I really didn't expect that. But I had some food, and now I'm going to be talking about some of the products that we're actually going to be releasing relatively quickly, since some of them are still in production actually, but most of them are pretty much ready and good to go. First things first, we have the Blank Studios oil diffuser. So I teased this on my Instagram, and basically it comes in 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 holds the tea light candle right in here. Actually, I think I might have a candle. So part 1, tea light candle fits right in there, and basically you just light this and then it heats up the entire kind of gasket thing. And once this is all heated up, you just drip the oil on top, and that kind of creates the aroma for the room. I'm pretty excited about this particular product because the main inspiration for it was I was watching Dune 2, and the Freemen were like kind of peeking through the I guess almost under like ground level, mainly to dodge the heat. So that's kind of like the inspiration between these holes, is like whoever's living inside is just barely peeking out. And also from afar, when it's lit up, especially at night, you can see this flame kind of flickering inside, almost giving it an illusion that it's an actual person living inside. So it's kind of like a mini igloo, I guess, like this brutalist looking igloo. So pretty excited about this particular product. The next product I'm pretty excited about is the industrial book stand. So this was teased actually pretty late last year, but due to kind of logistics issues with sourcing the right aluminum, and also just our budget on like where we wanted to allocate our money, we didn't release this last year, but this is coming out this year, in the next month, I believe. American black walnut in the middle here, super high quality. I love the finish and the grain on American black walnut. I think it pairs super well with our signature like silver aluminum anodize. Speaking of anodization, this is a raw aluminum, and this is a 101 only for me. Because when I tease this, some people like it, but most of the time when they receive something like this, they think it's like defective or we have poor quality. So that's the main thing when we release these kind of like raw look. I think it's really tasteful. I think it has this worn-in look. I think it's really cool. And if I receive something like that, I know the intention behind the artist. But for us, because we're a relatively new brand, I think a lot of people just expect the clean, polished look that we're most well known for. Last but not least, we have the Blank Studios monitor stand. So this is something that we've been working on for probably 3 or 4 months now. And the reason being is because we wanted to find the right thickness of metal, but also the durability of it. That given we wanted it to be stable, etc. So we ended up going for a 0.5 centimeter thick aluminum. And by the way, this is not going to be the final size. It's going to be about 20 to 35% bigger. I think it doesn't really translate on camera, but this thing is like really thick and pretty heavy, especially for aluminum. So we're pretty excited about this, and the final production is going to be a little bit different. So right now it's a sliding design where you slide the second layer into the top part, but there's a couple of problems that came with that. Number one, this is not very stable, right? So when you slide something in without any like actual railing, it gets pretty unstable. Number two, if you see this part over here, you see how this is a sharp opening, but this is a round. And we wanted to keep it round to have the consistency with the top. So there are two ways to combat this. If we just extrude this part out and it becomes flush, but that introduces a lot more problems with consistency across all of the products. And two, it's just we just nail it in. So that's what we ended up going with. So I ended up actually making this wooden corner round to go on top of this, and then bottom round as well to go below it. So yeah, so that's pretty much all of the products that we're releasing in the next couple of months. We also have another lamp and the post-it note holder that I'm gonna be talking about in another video.
I don't stand in line, I don't pay for gloves for that, yeah. But I wait for you. I don't like to drink, I don't like to think for that, oh. But I ponder you, oh. I'm bending it over, you're my four-leaf clover. I'm so in love, so in love. There's no one above, up above. Forever's a long time, yes. My blue jeans will last me all my life, oh yes. So should we. I'm spending all